Good day, everyone. Welcome to Simple Codes with Aziz. In this tutorial, we'll be taking ourselves through the string method in PHP. So now with string method, we'll be manipulating text and strings so that uh, we can actually modify them to our taste, because there are sometimes that not all section of a string is what we actually need. So let's get started and walk ourselves through some of these strings function. So the first string function that I'll be talking about here is the string length. So the essence of string length is to calculate the length of a particular string. So now let me just, for example, let's say I have this string now. My name is simple codes with Aziz. So now if I want to know the number of character of this string, so what I'll just say is that I want to echo out uh strlen of $str. So this is all what I need to do to know the number of characters that are inside this string. So now let me come to my browser and refresh. We can see it is 34. So now let's just count to just be able to ascertain that it is actually 34. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, and 34. So we can see that it is actually right. So whenever we need information like this, the number of character in a particular string, and we want to count it, so the strlen is a function that we can use. So another string function is string word count, str word count. So in this case, we want to know the number of words that are inside a string. So how do we achieve this? Let me just comment out this so that it won't actually confuse us. So I can just say echo str word counts, then $str, so that we can know the number of words that are inside this string. So if I refresh now, we can see it is 7. So now let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is 7 words. There are 7 words inside my name is simple codes with Aziz. So there are other functions that we can take look at again. It is a position of string. Whenever we want to know the position of a particular word inside a string, so there is a way of knowing that, so that we can know the starting point of that particular word, then we can know what to do with that from that particular position. So now let's say we want to echo out str position, string position. So what is that string that we want to look for? Our string is str. So then what is that particular word that we want to look for? So let's say we want to look for uh simple. So simple. So with this, we will be able to know the position where simple is starting from inside this string. So if I come here and refresh, so we can actually see that it is starting from position 11. So now let's come here to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So anything from 11 here, so we can find the word simple. So string position will only give you the starting point of that particular position. So we just need to take note of that. So there are other things that we can uh, we can use along with the string position. So we can use the length just to cover the total number of character, because string position will only give us the starting place. So the number of character, the string length, let's just assume that this has given us 11. So 11 to uh what is our string length of this simple? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 11 to 17. So that is the starting point and the end point of the word simple. So there are other things to take note of when we are trying to use the string position. So another function that we can actually use is the str to hopper. Whenever we have a particular string and we want to make everything in uppercase or lowercase. So there's a helper method that we can use. So we can say str to upper. So whenever we want to turn a particular string into an uppercase, so we can say str to upper, then we just need to put our string as a parameter. So let me just echo this out. So let me save it and come here. We can see that the words have actually turned to uppercase because you can see the string that I have here. This is a string consisting of uppercase and lowercase. But now with str to upper function, so it has actually turned the whole string into uppercase. So likewise too, we have another helper method called str to lower. str to lower will turn everything into lowercase. You can see this string, the M that starts with my string is in capital letter. So if I use str to lower, so it is going to turn everything, including my first word, including my first character, into lowercase. So that is the work of both str to upper and str to lower. So now let's say I want to actually replace uh, a particular word inside a particular string, inside a string. So there is an helper method that we can use. We call that str underscore replace, str replace. Let's just assume we have str. When I scroll down, we can see a range of string position, string method that we can use with PHP. So we have str shuffle, str to upper to lower, str kcmp, I replace, I slash, str increment. So there are a lot of string functions that we can use in PHP. So now the str replace is another function that we can use. So now, what word are we actually looking for inside our string? Let's say uh I want to take the word simple, and I want to replace it with great. Then inside and then I'll supply my string. So now let me echo this out. Let me echo this and save, then come back here. So we can see that my name is Great Codes with Aziz. So this function now, let's now assume that you know that we have actually supplied a lowercase here because it's this lowercase that is inside this place. So now let me now change this place to uppercase. Let me change the simple in my string to uppercase. Then come here. We can see that the changes is not happening again. Even with the str underscore replace, then I'm replacing simple of small character with great, then I'm supplying the string because there are two versions of this str replace. We have str replace and we have the stri replace. This I means that it is not going to be using case sensitivity. So that is just the difference. So we have this. Let me add I. So replace. So now coming back here, we can see that it has effected the changes. So now this replace function is not going to check case sensitivity while it is replacing. So that is the difference. So another method that we can use is the reverse method. So let's just comment this out. So let's say we want to do str reverse. So what is our string str? Then let me echo this out. Let me echo this. So now if I refresh, we can see it has totally reversed our text. We can see that it has let me just echo out the original text, echo out $sign string str. Then I'm concatenating break so that it can create break for us. Then I'm ending it. So now let's see, you can see that this is the actual original text, then this is the reversed version. So whenever we need something like this, so str reverse is a great method to use in this case. So now another method that we can use is the trim method. Trim method. Let's just say now we have, let me add some spaces here. So then let me echo out $string, then come back here. These spaces are not actually showing. I want to generate spaces here. So now there is a particular function whenever you have spaces beside your text and you don't want them. So there is a particular helper method that you can use for that. You can use the trim method. So it is used to remove white spaces that are beside your string. So $str, $str. Most of these white spaces usually happen maybe when you added some extra spaces inside your database, and while you are fetching, it is still it will read that white spaces as part of the original text that you are finding, but in the actual sense it is not going to see it, as it is different, because finding this simple with two spaces is different from finding this. So now when you are now inside your database while trying to fetch a particular record, so you are supplying simple, the one at the bottom here, and the one inside your database is this. So you won't be able to see what you are looking for, because they are two different things. Space is also a character. So that is why, to eliminate white spaces, you use the trim method to do that. So now there is a particular application that we want us to work on or create. So I want us to just make a mini application. But before that, okay, I let me just remember another function. Let me remember another function. We have substring function. So now let's say we have this function here. We have this string here. My name is simple code with Aziz. So now I want a particular part of that string. I don't want the full string. So I'll just say I'll supply the string, then I'll supply the starting point of that particular place that I want to extract. Then I will specify the number of character that it should move. So now let's just say my name is simple produce as is. Let's say I just want this name only. I want this substring of this string. So I'll just say 1, 2, 3. So three, from three, the name is 4 characters. 4 characters. So then let's echo this out. Echo. Let's see. You can see name is only appearing because this is the starting point. That is where the string position works. Instead of you add coding this, so you can just be like, okay, $position is equals to str position of name inside our str position. Then I'll supply the string first. So I'm looking for name inside string. So now instead of hard coding it, I can just be like, okay, let me put $position here. Then the string length, $length is equals to str length of name that I actually want to look for. So then len, it depends on what you actually want to achieve. We can see that it is giving us the same effect because the position is 3, 1, 2, 3. So anything after 3, we will see this. So 3, then number of character 1, 2, 3, 4. Instead of hard coding it, you can actually do it this way. So now let's just try and create a very simple application that we can use to find and replace some parts of our text of our string. So now let me just try and create a simple HTML form. So I'm going to be submitting it inside this place. Then method, let me use the get method. So now let me create a label. So I'm going to be calling this string. Then I'm going to create an input tag, text, name is equals to str. Then I'm breaking this. Let me just copy. So I'm going to have another label here called find. I'm going to add find here. Let me call this replace. Then I shall have replace here too. Then I want to create a submit button, submit, then value, submit, name, submit. So I have this. Let me just come to my browser and preview what I have now. So I guess everything is set now. I just want a situation that I'll just put my text here, then find a particular word inside my text. I want to replace it with this. Then once I submit, I want to display it on my screen. So let's get started. So now let me just clear up all everything that I've been doing since. So at first, I just want to make sure that we have the submit button. And once we submit, then I want to trigger this code. So I'll just say if is set $_get submit. So it means that once I click the submit button, so this should happen. So now I'm going to collect my string, which I've stored inside, which the name is str. So I'll just say dollar underscore get str dollar find dollar underscore get find dollar sign replace dollar underscore get replace. So once I have this, the next thing for me is just to use the replace method that we have talked about earlier to do justice to this application. You can just str underscore I replace. I don't want to use case sensitivity inside this application. So str I replace. Then the next thing I'll just be looking for is dollar sign find. Then I want to replace it with dollar sign replace. Then the string dollar sign str. So that is the three parameter that it takes. So let me just load it inside a variable dollar sign new string. Let me load it inside a variable. So new string. So I'm going to be echoing out uh okay. I'm just trying to view how the data is going to look on the outputs. So let me just output the former string dollar sign str. Let me concatenate has been transformed into, then echo dollar sign new string. So let's see what will happen. Let me just break this. Let me put a break here, a break statement, and let's run our application. So let me refresh. So what is the string? This, okay. My name is simple codes with Aziz. So I want to find simple. I want to replace it with great. So once I submit, so my name is simple codes with Aziz has been transformed into my name is great codes with Aziz. So this is what you are going to do. We can see that this application is actually working. We don't have to be hard coding our string. So what we'll be looking for inside our string, we don't have to hard code it. So we make the user type everything by themselves. That is the essence of having an application. So this is a very simple application that you can use to create a find and replace find and replace words. So let's say we now have two or more occurrences of this simple. Let me just copy this and be like, okay, my simple name, a simple code with Aziz. So if we find simple, then replace it with great. So you can see this. My great name is great code with Aziz. So any occurrence of that word will be changed automatically. So there are other things that we can still do. Do we still need to practice? Okay. Let's just change the last one as is. Let me put as is. So I'm going to find as is. Then I'm going to replace it with genius. Then I'm submitting it. So we can see that my name is Simple Code with Genius. So this application is actually working. So there are tons of other PHP string methods that you can actually explore. So, but these are very, very essential ones that you can actually use. We use them day in, day out. So, anytime you need other methods, you can actually find them in the PHP documentation. So it's nice having you around in this tutorial. So make sure you like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. Bye.